All right, so drawing the volume scale. Okay, so getting closer to the piece of paper, same approach that you would with graphite, okay? And you can do this separately on a newsprint or in your sketchbook, but I'm going to be using this small area here just so that I have paper. So same thing, I would recommend that you use a pencil and draw 9 squares, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oops, forgot that part. Right here. Oh, I didn't need that part. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This ruler is going to get messy. It's okay. All right, doesn't matter once again whether you go dark to light or light to dark. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once again, it's very easy to get dark, very hard to get light. So if you get too dark too quickly, I'm going to repeat this. If you get dark too quickly, it's going to be very hard to get light. If you try to make, for example, this and erase it so that it's back to the lightness of this piece of paper, probably impossible. So just be careful, please. All right, so you can use your charcoal pencil, you can use fine charcoal, but this is going to be, I'm going to leave number 1 blank, and then 9 will be my darkest. So for 9, I'm going to go in with my charcoal, compressed charcoal. And before you start shading, if you don't know what piece of charcoal does what, I recommend that you test it out on a separate piece of paper so that, you know, let's say, you know, this piece of charcoal was very scratchy or waxy, it wasn't very good. But then you went right ahead and tried to shade it in and you're like, oh my god, I messed this up. Now you ruined the entire piece. So just be careful that you don't get a bad egg or it's the right charcoal. All right, so let's go in and, can you see this? I don't know if you can. Okay. For the edges, you can use charcoal pencil. Oops. One thing you want to do, you want to make sure you never do, is mix charcoal and pencil for your projects. If you try to draw charcoal on top of graphite, because the graphite in a way is a different medium made of something different, and in a way it is kind of slippery, the charcoal won't shade well on top of pencil. All right, so you shade it and you get this powder, and so you know, your impulse might be to like blow it away, but it's gonna get everywhere, on your clothes, on your mom's fancy carpet, I don't know, something. So you just want to leave it, okay? And then if you want to blend it in a bit with a paper towel and your finger, you can do that. When you blend things in though, right, it's gonna lighten it up. So if you want to keep that darkness, just keep it. So what can you do if you have all this charcoal powder? Save it, take it to the trash can if you have a trash can near you, and just gently dump it in. You're gonna get a smudge of charcoal powder, but you can clean it up after with a kneaded eraser, okay? So that's my darkest. Oh my god, charcoal is terrible. Okay, so once again, it's easy to get dark but hard to get light. And once again, if you need to refer to your volume scales that I sent to you, or you want to pull one up from online, you are more than welcome to do so. Just make sure it's neat. All right. Okay, I have to blow because I'm going to try to blow. See? Nice little charcoal blow. All right, let's smooth that out a bit. And you want it consistent, so if you see that it's blotchy, just give it another layer, right, over. We're good at this, right? Because we had a lot of practice with graphite, okay? And if you don't want to get this on your wrist, just lay a piece of paper or paper towel or Kleenex. All right, I'm just gonna let this be. This is number 8. I can always darken, but it's hard to get light. Okay, so let's keep going. It's just better to use charcoal pencil. And some of you may hate the feeling of shading with charcoal. Very scratchy, almost like shading with chalk. All right, so that looks pretty similar. So I'm gonna see if I can lighten it with my, this is where the blending stub comes in handy because it has a pointed edge, but because I don't have it. This is number 7. Let's go all the way to the corners. Maybe darken 8 a little bit more. Let's try doing this backwards. All right. So 7 looks a little bit too light right now, so I'm just going to go back in and give it another system of lines on top, hatching. Try to make it just a teeny bit darker. Okay, so let's just leave it at that. Number 6. Okay, let's try this vine charcoal. This one is a little bit scratchy, so I should have tested that one out before. Oh, see, look at this one. If I try to like shade, it's very hard and scratchy. So I don't know if it's just like the quality, but throw it away. The same thing for this one. I don't know what's going on. See, this one is much better. So let's try 6. So 6 looks okay. It looks still a little bit too light, so I'm just gonna darken 6 once again. 6 and 7 looks quite similar actually. Yeah, 6 and 7 look a little bit close, so I'm gonna erase. Because I use vine charcoal, like if I use my paper towel or Kleenex, sorry, to blend it away, it lines up immediately. Okay, let's go to number 5. Putting less pressure just to keep it light. Using my pencil, my finger to blend it in. To be honest, you don't have to go crazy with the blending. It's okay to see marks. So don't feel like it has to be perfectly smooth. I may have to go ahead and adjust as I'm going. This one looks like it gets light in the middle. And once again, if you have to do this again, let yourself do it again. Because once again, if you have never used charcoal before, I don't expect you to be able to like get this right down, even if it's like it may seem simple, but volume scales are not easy. It's hard to do this. The concept is simple, like you know that it has to get dark to light, but it's not as easy as what some people may think it to be. And you've never used this medium, especially if you haven't used it before. It's like, give yourself the chance to, you know, mess up and do it again. I think this one, number 5, has to be a tad bit darker. All right, much harder than graphite for sure. Number 4 has to be darker, just a tad bit. And then number 2, oh my god, this is very hard. Oh, 3 is way too light, isn't it? Three and 4 are now too close, so this one looks good. Here, let's just move on to 2 and then we'll fix the last one. Or we'll fix each one. Okay, let's go ahead and blend this and lighten it up. And then let's clean up the edges. And then take a look at what we have. So, this is 1. Alright, so 1 is just blank, empty, so I'm just going to make sure it's the paper. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, done, done, done. Right, good progression. 1, 2, 3. So each step is a little bit darker. Let's compare 3 and 4, right? 3 and 4, very similar. So I'm going to go ahead and darken 4 a little bit. And this is a good way to kind of check your values. So 1, is 2 a little bit darker than 1? Yes. Is 3 darker than 2? Yes. Is 4 darker than 3? Now it is. It was similar before. Okay. Is 4 darker than 5? Nope. 5 is still, they're very similar, so I'm gonna go darken 5. Now this is hard because mid-values are very hard, right? Because it feels like you're getting dark too fast. Now 5 and 6 is too light. Now something here, maybe I can lighten up 4 a bit. Because I feel like I'm getting dark too quickly. So the difference between 3 and 4, right? 4 is darker, but it feels like it's a bit too dark too quickly. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe distinguish the line a bit more. Just go ahead and reshade here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, darker, 5, darker, 6. So now I don't know if I have to lighten up 5 or darken up 4. Now 5 and 4 are too similar. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. 6 can be a little bit darker. But I don't want 7. 6 and 7. Oh my god, here we go. Okay, let's get a little bit darker for 6. Or for 7. So 6 I think can get a little bit lighter. Everyone, value scales are not easy, right? I am struggling. But this is good. We check. 4, 5. Yes or no? No. Yes. 6. Maybe. Yes. 7. Yes. 8. Yes. 9. 10. Very good. All right. Your turn.